Hi, Tony Bradshaw with AddSomeToYourIncome.com with a flipped video, and I've been looking around, trying to learn and figure out how to reverse it. I will read every word that's up there because it's in mirror. Fun times I'm having working to figure this out. Well, anyway, wanted to use a projector screen. I'm always standing in front of it. More focus makes more money is what that says. This is add some to your income. Looking at how to focus on what's coming in on the inside of your balance instead of what's going out. That is my main message, and I love this visual. This is a man. You see the head and the arms with legs, standing, holding a big balance. This particular design, I hired a graphic designer to design this for me. The Add Some to Your Income logo. And now you get to see it in mirror. Anyway, either way, when you go to add to your income, you're seeing that side of the balance sheet increase. That side of the balance sheet increase. Say that 10 times fast. And I'm going to go through today how to focus on making more money. Focus is both a verb and a noun. To focus is an action, and then to have focus. So I pulled this definition of the noun. Center of activity, attraction, or attention. What is your focus? Is your focus on reducing your expenses and what you're spending? How much are we spending? How much did you spend? How much spending money do we have left? Or is your focus on how to increase the income? What do we do to make something more valuable? How do we get this product to be even better, product, service, or whatever it is that you are providing to the market? Focusing on that activity instead of the verb, which is to cause to be concentrated, to be able to focus in. I'm going to go through and explain how I'm not always focused. I've not been focused enough to be able to get these words to flip around the correct direction in the way that I'm making my videos. That's me not quite focused enough. I still want to move forward and make this video so I can meet some deadlines, and I hope for future ones that I will have finally figured out how to do that. I'll remember the day that I came across the idea of mindfulness. When I came across the idea of mindfulness, I thought to myself, I'm mindful. I'm very mindful. Yeah, the antonym to focus is right here. And I have evidence because my wife took this photo of, look at that young dashing guy. Wow, hair on the top and everything. What happened to him? Anyway, she took this photo and she created a portrait for me because of her being an artist, and created this large poster size portrait of this picture. I took that and I thought, okay, I want to make this permanent. How do I make this permanent? I want to always look this good. Anyway, so I decided I'm going to laminate it. Well, she used oil paints, and that's what happens when oil goes through a laminator. It gets all smeared and the colors are all blended together. I look like I have a sunburn. And if you see on my nose here, it's very like, the whole thing is just smudged. We've got ourselves with a whole new set of art here. And I realized maybe I'm not as focused. Yeah. According to Agmandingo here, it is those who concentrate on but one thing at a time who advance in this world. And I had this picture. It was this day. It was this day where I'm like, I'm mindful. I'm always mindful. And it was like my inner self was like, are you really? Because that day on a shirt that was new, I itched. I used the pen. So I carry a pen with me. And I scratched an itch. I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I scratched, and the pen was out, and it drew right on my shirt. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'm not focused. Yeah, when walking, When eating, eat. A Zen proverb. When walking, walk. When eating, eat. I ended up with a water bottle in the toilet. Yes. When walking, walk. When eating, eat. Focus is maybe not me. Another evidence was on my iPad, I had about 11 things running at the same time. And I had done the double click and it was up on the screen. And my students were like, wow, Mr. Bradshaw, you have a lot of things happening. And I'm thinking, no, I don't. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 things. Maybe that's why this thing is going so slow, because I have too many things going on. This picture is one of a series I'm going to show you where I was trying to help myself and others learn about focus. It says wishing ring, and at our home growing up, we had a tradition of finding a ring that was hid on the tree. And when you find the ring, you put it on your finger, you turn it around 3 times and make 3 wishes. So you get to have these Christmas wishes, and a little bit of fun where everyone leaves the room and someone hides the ring, and then you come back in to find the wishing ring. This wishing ring that you see right now was really hard to get this picture where you could see it. So I'm going to show you some of these pictures. It is somewhere in this picture, just not able to see it because we're currently focused on, looks like an ornament here in the front ground, right? This one, it's also there, it's somewhere, but it's starting to focus on the background. This one, obviously, you can't see the ring. Very blurry. This one is focusing on the window way in the background. That's the background one. And then now, and you saw how many pictures this took for me to finally be able to get to the point that I could take one. And then I did take one more, it looks like. And when I took one more, really didn't get it. I'm going to just kind of skip through all these numbers and start to give you some quotes on focus. I'm going to be able to turn off the screen real quick. It's kind of annoying anyway. And be able to just give you some quotes on focus as we wrap this up. Focus will bring you more income. As you're able to focus on becoming something extremely valuable and creating things that are valuable, you will see an increase to your income. Here are some quotes about focusing on the positive. I started this whole thing out with that logo, right? I showed you how I'm focusing on the side where you're making income instead of the side where you're having your expenses. You could focus on reducing expenses and all that, or you can focus on how to make more money. These quotes are to help you train your brain to see the positive in everything. Positivity is a choice. Happiness in your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. So let's look at some of these thoughts. Joel Osteen said, no matter what's happening, choose to be happy. Don't focus on what's wrong. Find something positive in your life. Joel has a great statement here about focusing on the positive. With money and your relationship with money, are you focused on the positive? Have you focused in on the income? If not yet, you might want to subscribe to my channel where I talk about ways to increase your income, how to focus on the income. So that is what grows in your life. What you focus on grows. Here's another quote for you by Maya Rudolph. In improvisation, there is one hard and fast rule, and that rule is known as yes and. When you are improvising, especially with someone else, whether it's you're up there doing stand-up comedy, right, kind of a thing, like it's comedy night, you're up there, and someone brings out of their pocket a gratitude rock. They're like, I'm rocking it with my rock. If you're improvising successfully, you will be able to say, well, you guys, I really thought we had an amazing person over here. But if we have a geologist, you never want to lend money to him because the geologist thinks that 1,000,000 years was recent. Not very great humor, but it's something in my brain that was a money joke that deals with a rock, right? Yeah, like, okay, he's making it really hard over there. Or like, okay, all right, let's get some more rocks together. I'll grab a couple more rocks. We'll have a rock band. It's you take what they just threw at you. I have my rock, and you build on it. It is a way to be successful. Taking what's there and moving forward helps you to see it in a positive way. What's here? What do I have now? What do I have? What's the makeup that I have, and move forward with it? It's a way of accepting how things are. John Coltrane, a musician, said, one positive thought produces millions of positive vibrations. As you get yourself focused in on positive thoughts, that sends the feeling. You start to see the rock as a rock. It is a rock. It has its value as it is. You then feel the positiveness of it. Another quote, Elena Aguilar said, I began to consciously work on transforming my own stories, which weren't serving me. They weren't energizing me to get up in the morning and go. As I began reinterpreting my reality, my daily life changed. The conditions of my work improved, and I felt happier. When you can focus on the positive, you are going to be a light, not a judge. You're going to be a model, not a critic. You're going to be part of the solution, not the problem, according to Stephen Covey. I look forward to seeing you on the other side.